All right, hold on, y'all. So we here for that main event. We here for that main event. All right, and I have, bro, the next stream when I come back, we're covering. I'm gonna let y'all know now. We're covering Donald Trump. We're covering Donald Trump, bro. We're covering some major news that needs to be known by the Americans. All right, by the U.S., by everybody. All right, everybody needs to know about this, bro. You should not be living a day without knowing about this if you are of age of 17 and above, bro. All right, you should definitely know what's going on. You got to spend money. You got to pay bills. You might have a phone bill. You might have to eat for yourself. And taxes, all that stuff, bro. All of this stuff is important, bro. So y'all need to, bro. Even though it's gonna be entertaining and funny, possibly, potentially. You might just have to pop you some popcorn, get you some snacks, like I normally suggest. But for the most part, it's very informational, bro. You should definitely figure this. Do more research about this. Listen to it, bro. Just simply because, bro. What? It is successfully complete. So we're not going too far into it yet, man. We're gonna wait till the next stream when I come back. But y'all, for now, let me retitle. I gotta retitle the stream real quick. Let me retitle the stream. We got Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford. Um, Press conference, of course. All right. Wait, reaction slash review. Yeah, I like to put review as well. It lets people know that I'm actually speaking on it. I'm not just watching it. I feel like review. I'm more so of a reviewer. I don't. I react as well, obviously, but I give my review. Because we got some people out here who don't really say too much, and they just watch it. You know what I'm saying? All right, hold on. All right, y'all. So as you can see by the title, bro, we got Fight Hub TV dropped, of course. I think Fight Hub TV, are they their own? Are they their own, or do they work with Top Rank? Hold on. Fight Hub TV, news live owner, boxing. Wait, I seen boxing. Fight Hub TV, founder host Fight Hub TV, LinkedIn. Bro got a LinkedIn account. Oh wow, I might have to hit Brody up. Hey, I need me a LinkedIn account, bro. That's how you get in contact with all the big dogs right there. All the big dogs. All the big dogs. Wait. So they're just a YouTube channel. Fight Hub TV. 486. Subs are on YouTube. What are they? Oh, yeah, right. Home of the coverage. Home of the coverage of boxing. All right. So they went ahead and dropped this, but I think this is happening. Uh, Hold on. Which fight uh organization is hosting Terrence versus Canelo? Oh, it's Ala Sheik and them. Oh, okay. That's a riot season right there. All right, so y'all, we got Fight Hub TV, 467,000 views just one day ago with it being dropped. Man, we got Canelo versus Terrence Crawford, full press conference and face off video, y'all. And this bro is fight of the year, bro. This is fight of the year. I should make that the title of the chat. Fight of the year. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm changing it. Fight of the year with question marks and exclamation points. And then we gonna put Canelo versus Terrence Crawford. Press conference reaction and review. All right. Hey, I think that's a great title. It's a great title, very descriptive. Very descriptive. If you looking at this title, you're looking at entertainment at its finest. All right. So yeah, without further ado, man, we may as well just bang this out. I don't really got too much else to watch. Yeah, please excuse me, man. I just farted, bro. Hey, I got me some workouts in earlier. I ain't gonna lie, it's been having my stomach going, bro. I did 105 push-ups and I did 20 burpees. And the burpees, bro, the burpees is what's having me burping. But I ain't burping on farting, you know. But regardless, the workout got me right, bro. So I'm gonna keep on keeping on with that, y'all. Y'all let me know if y'all want the live edition of the workouts. You know, I'm on a weight gain journey, trying to gain at least over 20 pounds. I need at least 20 though. 20 being the least, bro. I need 20 more pounds on my body, bro. Cap. All right, y'all. But I already got the title. So without further ado, see what happened in the press conference, bro. See how intense it was, man. For this fight of the year to me, bro. This fight of the year for sure.
You like that, Enzo? I see you barking, boy. I got you 3 in a row. Oh, oh, oh. And we're game! Yes, sir! I see you, Enzo. I see you!
Why does it always feel like your goals are so far away? With Cash App, you're good. Earn 4% interest on savings when you direct deposit at least $300 each month.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
/boxing.
For His Excellency, you said many times now that you don't want any more of these Tom and Jerry fights where one fighter is chasing the other one. What is your plan to kind of stop these fights?
We will not have him anymore. This is the first thing. The second, we will have in this fight and the next fight bonus for KO.
And then secondly, there's been some social media speculation.
That's smart. Bonus for a knockout. That's smart. Ooh. Bro, for this fight, so it basically sets it up to where, like, I mean, they're still going to get paid what they get paid if they just decide that they're still going to run and fight, like, you know, correctly or whatever. But, bro, if somebody start headhunting, going for a knockout, and they get a knockout, that's a bonus. You not going for the knockout? Bro, that gives urgency.
Bonus for KO.
And then secondly, there's been some social media speculation, we'll say, about when this fight is going to take place. So when will it be?
Who's asking about the time and the place? Can you be specific?
Yeah, we saw Oscar De La Hoya trying to say that the fight was going to take place maybe in the daytime.
Yeah, this is what I want from you to say his name. I decide with Dana White to have a breakfast in MGM at 10 a.m. inshallah. Then we will go to the arena to have the fights quick. And after that, we will go dinner to Carbon, and in the night we will watch Conjuring because it will launch in September. You waste
September, right? That's what
Oscar
I see.
De La Hoya waste my time with this question. Of course, this is in the peak. This is the boxing, the sport #1 in the world. This is Canelo and Crawford.
The fight of the year. Fight of the year. Fight of the year. Off rips.
All right, on the left-hand side here.
Your Excellency, Tassie Brown from Australia, FightHot.com. First of all, congratulations for everything you've done for boxing since you've come into the game. They've gave us many great fights, and you continue with Your Excellency to keep giving us greater fights. You're a boxing historian yourself. Do you think this fight resembles Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard in the 80s? The fact that Canelo and Terence Crawford are the two great pound-for-pound legends, both first ballot Hall of Famers in the future, and you know Terence is going for his 3rd undisputed. Canelo defended his 2nd undisputed. Do you think it's a resemblance of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler?
I will start with Crawford. Crawford coming to this fight, two-time undisputed champion, with the O in his record of losing. He dreamed to be the 3rd time the undisputed champion. Second, it is Canelo who's fighting everyone. If you see the brilliant CV of Canelo in the last 20 years, he's in the ring, he fight everyone. And I don't think Canelo will give Crawford chance to beat him, especially if Crawford go 2 weight up. It will be something Canelo not doesn't want it in his record. Will be one of the best fight in the last at least 10 years. And
Fight of the decade?
I need to mention why we choose
that what he's
Netflix.
saying?
Netflix is the big
They're
platform.
saying fight of the decade.
Second, if you ask about the numbers of the subscriber and the pay-per-view, let's see the record. In that time, in 2015, 2013, the internet and the piracy was not like now. Now is the best options to go with the big platform, and I think this fight we will have the big record around the world, and we will show the world what is real boxing. Especially Netflix, we will show them what is the real boxing.
With a brand new design that frees up even more pixels for personalization.
I feel like he's more so expanding boxing by putting it on Netflix, because a lot of people watch Netflix, and the fact that they can watch it for free probably like brings more people into the boxing realm, bro. Yeah, this is the best time, bro. If you don't sports bet, or if you sports bet but you don't bet boxing, bro. It's so easy to. It's a one-on-one competition, bro. You know, you have a 50% chance of winning, bro.
And an inventory of
unless you betting on something too specific, like, oh, he gonna get knocked out in the 7th round, then you don't have a 50% chance, bro.
features to up your game.
That's about a 15% chance, bro.
Aim at every level.
All right, we're gonna skip. Let's see. All right. Here go Canelo right here. Hold on.
Here from the fighters, and I'll start first with the undisputed super middleweight champion. Canelo, welcome back to Riyadh. Of course, the last time we saw you here fighting under the here in the kingdom under the Riyadh banner, you fought William Skull. What were your impressions of that fight night and that fight itself?
You mean William Skull?
Yes, that fight, the whole event.
You think that was a fight? No, I don't think so. That's a deception for me, because, you know, I come to fight, but you need to have both fighters think the same, right? And a little deceptional, but we win. That's all that matters. And we are focused 100% on these fights, because, you know, this fight is big, and for me, making history is my goal, my whole life. So I'm very excited for this fight.
And Terrence, it's been a while since we saw you in action. It was last summer under the Riyadh season banner in Los Angeles. What did you think about your fight against Madrimov and fighting under the Riyadh season?
I thought my fight was a clear-cut victory. It may have not been what the fans is used to seeing, being that I was on a KO streak. So I'm cool with my performance and my victory, and I'm looking to be bigger and better in this next one.
You heard His Excellency saying no more Tom and Jerry, no more running, but you're moving up 2 weight classes. It's not going to be smart for you to stand there and hammer it out with this guy. So how do you kind of balance that, not running, but being elusive in fighting Canelo?
However I got to fight, I'm going to win. Simple as that. I'm not going to let somebody else force me or tell me how to fight when I've been fighting my whole life. You know, I won't be running. You know, I could tell you that. But I will be, you know, doing a lot of touching.
Well, you don't move up 2 weight classes to fight someone like this, and you've been calling out forever. If you don't see a path to victory, you don't see holes in his game. What areas do you think you're better than Canelo, and how do you see yourself beating him?
Well, listen, I called Canelo out because, like I said, he the last great fighter amongst the era that surpassed us. You know, the Floyd, the Pacquiao, the De La Hoya. We both came up in that era, and he was right there with those fighters, and he got the chance to fight the Miguel Cottos, the Floyd Mayweathers, and, you know, the Kovalevs and Triple Gs, and I wasn't able to get those mega fights, you know, so this is my mega fight, this is my moment, and that's the reason why I want to fight an all-time great like Canelo.
Hey, Canelo, you were recently asked about Terrence Crawford. You said he's good, but he's no Canelo. What can you do that Terrence cannot do?
No, don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter, like like I say, he's not Canelo. Obviously, I'm been in this situation for a long time, and I have the experience. They only focus on my power, but I have more than that. And I think this fight is gonna be one of my best fights in my history, in my record, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited, motivated, because this is all about. I want to make history, and I'm very excited for this fight.
You've accepted this fight now, but in the previous years, you said it doesn't interest you because you have nothing to gain and everything to lose. If he were to beat you, how damaging would that be to the Canelo brand?
He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but
it's gonna
be difficult. You take it to your home.
I'm taking them. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it come fight night.
I know Turkey is in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You gonna see.
Oh,
You
snap.
know it.
We'll see.
We gonna see.
Oh, snaps. They got a little bickering going on. Canelo and Terrence. Nah, Terrence Crawford, though, bro. He's crucial. Canelo is crucial, too, bro. I don't know, though. Terrence Crawford, he's got the perfect record right now, man.
A toast to our hero.
Terrence, how did you think he did against William Skull?
No comment. He won. We on to the next. It's me and him.
Some people said he should have done a better job cutting the ring off. It was the fewest punches ever landed. Did you see it that way?
Listen, I'm not here to talk about his past fights. I'm here to talk about his present fight, and that's him versus me, and that's what I'm here to talk about. Me versus him, not him versus any other his previous opponents.
Do you expect him to run like a lot of people?
I hope not.
You don't think so?
I hope not. I hope not, because I think people deserve a good fight. And that's why we are here, right? To make a good fight and the best fighter win. And I expect he put a great fight.
You've heard the critics, I'm sure. This fight at one point I think was 5-1 odds for you. Now it's tightened up to under 2-1 odds. Your recent performances, do you think you've fought to your level of expectations? Are you pleased with the way you've fought your last couple fights?
Yeah, I do what I supposed to do in my fights. You know, I'm not focused. I'm never focused about if I'm the favorite or not.
What was that, bro?
I'm being in both sides. I always focus on how I train and how I prepare myself, and that's it. I know my abilities, and I'm confident about that.
This fight is in Las Vegas. Obviously, there's going to be a huge Mexican crowd there for him. How confident are you that the judges will give you a fair shake after the end of the 12 rounds?
Listen, I can't focus on the judges. I just got to focus on doing what I can do and controlling what I can control inside the ring. And that's, going out there and winning the fight decisively.
You're bulked up now. You're bigger than ever. Do you feel stronger? Do you feel like you can knock Canelo out?
Man, listen, like I said before, any fighter can be knocked out. Canelo got a granite chin. He's tough. He's durable. We've seen him hurt a couple of times, but not to the point where, it's not respected. But given the right circumstances, anybody can get knocked out.
Do you expect this, when the fight's over, to be a razor-close fight, or are we going to say, wow, Terrence beat him convincingly?
Listen, I'm always going to rise in the big occasions. I always did in my whole career. This is my moment, and I'm not letting Canelo take it away from me. Simple as that.
And Canelo, you've been the smaller fighter in a lot of your fights. Do you feel like you can bully this guy around since he's coming up 14 pounds?
I've been in his position before, and I'm not thinking about that. I'm just gonna do my job and take everything serious, and not thinking about if smaller or bigger. I always prepare myself for the best fighter out there.
This fight is on a massive platform. This could be the biggest audience that's ever watched one of your fights. Is it good enough for you on Netflix just to beat Terrence, or do you have to put on a show?
You know, I'm a winner. I always thinking about the win, and I'm coming to win. And you know, Netflix or not, I always coming to win. My mindset is different, and I'm very thankful with Netflix, with Turki Al-Ashi, with all the guys involved in this fight, because for me, it's all about make history, and I'm glad to be here.
Who would you say is the toughest opponent you've ever faced, and where would you rank Terrence?
No, he's one of the top fighters I'm gonna face in my career for sure. He's a great fighter, but I have many great fights in my career.
Man, he fought
and when you visualize how this fight's going to play out, what are we going to be saying about you and about this fight when it's all said and done?
I don't really know, because you know, you expect something and then other things come in the fight. But I'm gonna prepare myself for everything,
And Terrence, I know you guys were on Piers Morgan recently and talked about what would happen if this was a street fight. I know you have a wrestling background. If this fight took place in Omaha on the streets, you and Canelo, what would it look like?
Come on, man. Y'all know what I do. I ain't got to talk about it on the streets. I'm me against anybody. I ain't never gonna say another man gonna whoop me. So, you know what I mean? That's your answer right there.
I guess in Guadalajara, you think it'd be a little different on the streets if Terrence came to town?
I think every city, every place is different, no? It's different. But we don't talking about the streets. We're talking about
That's a
boxing.
mess, bro.
The beautiful.
Sitting here talking about the streets, bro. This is a whole boxing event. Find different questions, buddy. Boo.
Sport of boxing. So that's different, way different than the streets.
And a lot of people are watching right now. What's your message to your fans as we prepare for this fight on September 13th? Why should they tune in and watch this battle?
You know, they know I always come to fight. I always come with my best. And I just thankful with them for all the support. And I hope them will be there watching or in the arena, cheering for me and enjoy the win.
And Terrence, the same question for you. I guess a lot of people will be showing up from Omaha and Las Vegas for that weekend. What's your message to your fans as you take on the biggest challenge of your career?
Listen, I just tell them, you know what I mean, suit up. We're about to bring some more jewelry home, you know, and it's going to be an exciting day for boxing. History will be made. Terrence Crawford will be the first male boxer, three-weight undisputed champion of the world. And I mean that.
You know, he has a lot to lose in this fight, but you, I mean, in this day and era of boxing, that O is so important. Why are you risking all of that to chase Canelo Alvarez, that perfect record, that amazing resume you have?
Big risk, big reward. I'm a risk taker.
W answer, bro.
And I ain't scared.
W answer, bro.
Any chance you beat Canelo and ride off into the sunset? Is this the way it ends?
I ain't even thinking about that right now. My focus is, you know what I mean, September 13th.
You're still in your prime.
Still ready.
All right. And now we'd like to welcome to the stage from the Ring Magazine, please welcome Rick Reno, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, well, we just going to get to the press from here. I mean, we're going to get to the face-off from here, yeah. We pretty much got, it seems intense, though. Like, not even, it don't seem like they got beef, but it seems like they both understand each other, and that's what makes it intense, you know? They both understand that they're both great fighters, bro. It's going to be high intensities, strong competitiveness. We're going to see this fight.
Of the world. For a mega fight of this magnitude, we wanted to create an exclusive mega belt. So we spoke to numerous companies all over the world and eventually settled on a top-tier company from the UK. This company often gets commissioned to create items for kings, for queens, jewelry, high-end medals for the British Army. And for the belt that Canelo has over there, we spent 100,000 pounds. For this belt, we upped the ante to 140,000 pounds.
Oh, wow.
This is by far the most expensive Ring Magazine belt ever created the finest gold, the finest craftsmanship. Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Bud Crawford are the two very best fighters of this era. But there can only be one.
Bro, 140,000 pounds is $188,000. Them belts is worth 200 racks pretty much, bro. That's why it's so important, bro. This belt, if you sell this belt, all of this on there, regardless of whether you go broke from your career or them paying you, bro, you have the belt, bro. I don't know if they let you have it. You think they let you have it?
And only one of them is going home with this belt
they go
Saturday
home.
night, September 13th.
That's nuts, bro. Take that home, bro. Pure gold. Eventually, they're going to start putting diamonds. I'm already knowing, bro. It's going to be diamonds and crushed somewhere in these belts.
In Las Vegas. Watch it live on...
Where the face off, bro? Nah, this fight of the decade right here, bro. This fight of the decade for sure. Oh, this fight of the decade for sure. Look, bro, look. Fight of the decade. Fight of the decade. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, most def, yeah. All right, that's a little long, bro. That's all right.
Crawford. Once in a lifetime, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Terrence Bud. Once in a lifetime, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Terrence Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. We'll see you Sunday.
Fight of the decade, y'all. Fight of the decade right here. If y'all watching boxing, if you just got put on, then you know now that this is fight of the decade. All right. So yeah, I'm finna head out of here. All right. I appreciate y'all watching for about 40 minutes. All right. This is a quick little stream, a little something. Y'all leave a follow if y'all haven't. Road to 20 followers, and y'all see we at 14, bro. So we active. We getting to it. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay tuned.